Saturday, September 16th, 11:31 a.m. New York time. The review of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, as well as the 30 companies listed in the stock to identify the winners. So we're looking at a one-year chart. Each candle represents a week. So for the 1 year, here's the low of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And here's the high. Much closer to the high than the low. So facts, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is trending up. It's bullish, making higher highs and higher lows. It's currently in acceleration phase off the highs, doing staircase pattern lower low, a retracement. And this was a turning point here. Top of the trend, bottom of the trend. And the turning point went back up, building acceleration phase. So there's a probability that it's actually going to consolidate and continue breaking to the upside. So that reversal point. Again, if it breaks below that, well, then you expect it to continue on lower. So you could have retests because here, this consolidation, midpoint, this gray area, that was a retest. Big tail on the bottom, wick, shadow, whatever you want to call it. Buyer stepped in there and bought it just above that big round number, 34,000. So again, if it comes down there, one could be looking for a possible buy point. And we have a reversal like that. Now for the week, it closed red, but it made a higher high, higher low. So I'll zoom in here. Here's the high, it's higher than the prior week. The low is higher than the prior week. Okay. What I'm concerned about is whenever you see a closure backside the prior candle, oof, that's concerning. This is also a dodgy candle. That's concerning. Yep. So again, the concern is we may have further retracement to the downside. That does not mean we're going to be bearish looking for 100% retracement of this. No. So if you're trading bullish, one could look for a pullback, buying on the dips. If you're an advanced trader, or you could be looking to trade on the bearish side for short-term swing trades. Got it? So now we're going to compare the index to the Dow 30 stocks. The Dow 30 stocks would be in alphabetical order, top down. So here on the left, we have Apple. Made an inside candle for the week. That means it didn't take out the low or the high of the prior week. So the Dow index here on the right performed better than Apple, because again, the Dow index took out the high of last week where Apple did not. Here's the high of Apple for the past year. Here's the low of Apple for the past year. Much closer to the high. Open this up, show you what's going on here. So here was a trend, very strong trend to the upside. And I drew a Fibonacci. And from the retracement, broke below the 0.382, the green horizontal line, broke below it. Just shy of testing a 50% point here. And then it reversed. So this Fibonacci is not valid anymore because, again, it reversed off that. So what that's telling me is it's more bullish than bearish because it did not do a deep retracement. I'll remove that. But that impulse moved down here, that prior week. Big red candle, it's almost solid body. I drew a midpoint of that. We had a retracement into that, and it failed to go above that. It failed to close above that. Then we had here. So look at this, 175, big key level. A lot of buying stepping here. But again, Friday, past week, closed inside candle. In decision, very suspicious here. Yep, so watch, because we may have a break and go lower. We'll see how things go. That was big volume here. Big volume here, and then sidelines. Let's go on to the next. Amgen, Alpha Mike Golf November. The stock symbols there on the top left. Same thing. Closed green for the week, higher high, higher low, just like the Dow, higher high, higher low. So this one performed better than Apple. Yep. Here's a high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Much closer to the high of the year. You all see that big tail here, bearish pin bar. They often like to get retested. Bullish pin bar, bullish stop pen. We're going to see we're going to have a continuation to the upside. I like this. You have this big green body candle here. Had a retracement here. Buyer stepped in, panic selling. It's a fast sell-off, panic selling. Buyer stepped in and bought it. Nice. Very nice. We're going to see if that continues to the upside. Be a trade idea right below here. American Express. American Express is part of the sector for financial services. You can check out those videos I have, my past playlists. Very interesting. Again, interest rates have continued going higher. U.S. Federal Reserve, aka central bank, have continued raising interest rates, giving more profits to the financial institutions. Yeah, the consumer, it costs more if you carry debt. If you choose to carry debt, it's a choice. So here, closed green for the week, higher high, higher low, broke above that consolidation. First, Dow Jones made a higher high, higher low, but closed back in that prior week. So American Express, being financials, is outperforming for the past week than the Dow Jones. Here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year for American Express. So the Dow, year to date, is performing better. But again, the past week, big turning point here. Very nice. Like that. Again, one can consider bull put spreads right down here. So I recommend, again, going to the top down of the financials. Boeing, yeah, broke below, lower low, lower high. Trend is down. It's tough. Massive consolidation here. It's back inside that. Caterpillar, yeah, red, lower low, lower high, tight consolidation, building falls. Charlie, Romeo, Mike, Salesforce, huge sell-off, man. Big rejection, not surprised. Inside candle there, fake out to the upside, then sell off. Yep. But more on the downside. Cisco, very interesting what's happening here, okay? Red, lower low, lower high. But again, the Dow, red, but did better. So looking here, did break out the high prior week ago to make a new high for the year. So let me move this up to the new high of the year. Represent. There you go. There's the high of the year. So again, Dow is further away from the high of the year. Cisco to the high of the year. And look at this. Took out that swing point there. Very nice. Let's open this up to see how that looks. So it took out that swing high from last year. Very nice. Broke above it strong. So that big green candle. Cisco strong like bull. We move that. There was another swing high here. Broke above that. That swing high here. Look at that. Huge candle. Big green body. Swing high. Took it out. When it took it out the following week, it reversed. Interesting. It's back. Same duration. Again, looking good here. Buying the retracements. Chevron, Charlie Victor X-ray. Red for the week. Again, staircase pattern higher high. It's bullish. Yep. No surprise. Energy is broad, very broad. The energy industry. Sorry, energy sector is very broad. There's different industries in there. So one should be considering doing their due diligence when you define what you're looking at. But here again, it's showing strength. Look at this consolidation, staircase out at higher high. Disney did make a new low of the year prior week. So let's update this. And when each of these companies prices end for the day, for the week, the month, they have a big effect on the Dow Jones because they have 30 companies listed in this. So this weakness in Disney is hurting the Dow Jones. So if you want this company removed, take it off the Dow 30 and replaced with a positive company, they are open suggestions. Just contact the Dow Jones management team. Just think if they put a winner on here, one that's performing better, how much better the index would be. Yeah. So for the week, close green, higher high, higher low. Look like reversal. Looking here too. Consolidation of this. So if you were to be buying Disney down here, you'd be bottom fishing, buying at the lows. What you perceive as the lows, it could still go lower. The phrase called catching a falling knife. Not the best thing. Look, the trend has been down, lower low, See these several green candles? They popped up and then sold off. Yep. So the probability is be better off to buy dollar cost average, long-term investing, the index versus the single stock right now, because it still hasn't proven itself. Nope. On to the next. Dow Chemical. Big consolidation phase here. Goldman Sachs, another financial. Look at that. Popped up. Nice. Broke above this consolidation. Again, Goldman Sachs, American Express, they both in the financial sector, but they're in different industries in the financial sector. Yep. Where they're both worth a lot of money, their business models are different. Goldman Sachs, I would say, is less diversified in the business model versus American Express is much more diversified. But does not mean not being as diversified is not going to do very well. It's just, again, different practices in the financial sector. Why? Well, give a little insight here. In the financial service sector, you have asset management, you have insurance brokers, you have mortgage finances, capital markets, very diversified, the financial. Maybe the real estate one's doing the worst. Go on to the next. Home Depot, red, big sell-off. Wow, still in this consolidation phase here. Honeywell, big green candle for the week, higher high, higher low, reversing, turning point. There's a gap right there. Let's look at it. The gap got filled. So now I could, right there on that red week. So now I can remove that, which happened to be the low of the year. I can remove that gap and move the new low of the year, replace it to the lower low as well. Make sure it's the right place. There it is. Yep. Big green candle, higher high, higher low, huge volume, very nice. Maybe I had a washout, getting rid of the loose hands, new buyers. Again, close to the low of the year. Here's the high of the year. IBM, outstanding. Here's the high of the year. Here's a swing point. Broke above that swing point. Sorry. That was the high of last year. Here's the, let me fix that so I can see that better. Yep, sometimes I need to update things. Better if I put the year in front. There we go. That was the high of last year, but the high of this year was broken right here. Nice. So let's move it up there, which is interesting. Look at that little red candle dodging on the top. Yeah, suspicious. Dodging on the top means indecision. So this high was 149. Made the high, and then the next week, lower high, lower low, reverse. Not surprised. Huge volume here too. So panic selling. IBM. Intel. Same thing, made a new high for the year, outstanding, and then made a bearish pin bar. That candle is bearish, very suspicious. They like to get retested, those candles. So if you're not short now, you can look for a retracement somewhere in there for a bearish opportunity. Let's extend this. There we go. Here's the low for the year. So we certainly had this week, in the past few weeks, many stocks in the Dow making new highs as well as new lows. Big divergency between the high and lows. Everything does not move in the same direction. Johnson & Johnson, green, lower low. Sorry, green. Look at that. Retested this and sold off. Suspicious. Let's remove that. And suspicious. Big red candle. Retested and filled there. Yep, it's not good. JP Morgan, again, financials, green, higher high, higher low. It's an acceleration phase. Looking nice. Again, still staircase pattern, lower low. Again, we saw JP Morgan broke out the high about week. Financial, American Express, and Goldman Sachs. So all those financials are saying broke the high of the prior week. There's buyer confidence there. Coca-Cola, garbage, new low for the year. Struggle's real. 57.35. So what one consider the Coca-Cola kind of sector it's in, which pays dividends. Again, money's flowing out of that. And we see money flowing into financials. We go McDonald's. McDonald's. Here's the low of the year. Here's the high of the year. Red for the week in this consolidation. 3M. High of the year. Low of the year. Huge panic selling. Wow, that's bad. Merck. Inside candle for the week. Indecision. Massive consolidation here. Okay, look at that, still doing trend down. Microsoft, interesting, higher, high, higher, low, and then the red closing bracket in the prior week there. Nike. So this zone, yellow horizontal line, I mentioned that several times, has been a key level to look for opportunities trading to the upside and downside. Yep, it's been below that. New low for the year, not surprised. Retail, manufacturing, struggling there. Again, because another new low for the year, one could consider have this taken off the stock index because it's weak, hurting the other winners. Procter Gamble, nice tight consolidation. We're going to see if it breaks out to the upside or downside. But notice each of these panic sells have often had consolidations and retracements. So maybe we'll get to the pops to the upside. Travelers, another financial. That same thing, green popped up. Nice. Actually, it broke that low from prior week, so let's adjust it. 159.21. Which the new low. Again, same price action this past week, higher high, higher low. Nice breakout. So apparently, either some financial institutions are making a recommendation to their own in-house traders or their close people in their asset management, because buying activities going in these financials, very interesting. Okay, the U.S. economy, unemployment is extremely low. Income for many people is above average. Yep. Regardless of the spending still going to the moon for real estate, food products by choice, because you have a choice how you spend your money. So the cost of products and materials are going higher, but you still see many companies hitting new highs for the years and many people still spending money like they're living a luxury lifestyle. There's a disconnect. So here we're looking at uniform, November, hotel, United Health. Green for the week, big reversal here. Yep. Next one, Verizon. That just shy of testing the high of the year. And that made a big turnaround too earlier that year. Interesting. And let's fix this because that was the 2021 year high. That was, sorry, Visa. I stand corrected. Visa, the credit card company. Yeah, interesting. It sold off. Again, it's financial. It sold off first the other one. So the credit card company, less diversified than, let's say, American Express. Yeah, so this one's getting hit. Big volume too on the top. That's alert. Verizon, inside candle for the week, consolidation. Here we go. Whiskey Bravo Alpha. New low for the year. Another loser. Good. In part, a lot of these retail companies that do combination manufacturing and have storefronts, let's say Nike, right? Nike manufactures and also has storefronts presence. Not surprised, they're taking a hit. Why is that? Because a lot of companies that manufacture stuff won't do the retail sales side. Nope. They'll give it to the retail industry, let them sell it. So they have more leaner business model. Got it. Walmart, are they mass manufacturing? Nope. Walmart is a retail of the manufacturers. Whiskey, Mike, Tango, Walmart, new high for the year. Outstanding. Outstanding. Doing better than the stock index. Very nice. There we go. looking at the Dow 30, which is a huge diversified stock index. Let's go back there. And go see many stocks in the Dow 30 are performing different than the Dow 30. We have new highs, such as Walmart, doing better than the stock index. First, who was it? Whiskey Bravo Alpha, Walgreens, right? Yep, Walgreens, both retail, Walgreens and Walmart. This one hitting a new low of the year. Walgreens, new low for the year. And Walmart, new high for the year. So the whole economy is not in problems. A lot of it may be management, their style, decisions they're making, as well as the confidence in the investors in those companies pouring money out of some ones, go into other ones. Yep. Again, I just showed you many of the financials have something occurring. If you do your due diligence and look into that, you might find good winners in single stocks. Yep. As well as the financial videos I post on broad financial stocks.